G'day Sydney, my name's Emma Irene and right now I'm standing in a room of 1,500 shots of pyrotechnics that form the Sydney Royal Easter Show fireworks display. Today we're meeting the team from Howard & Sons Pyrotechnics who make it all happen. So Andrew, you're creating the fireworks display for Sydney Royal Easter Show. I have to ask, where do you start?
Well, Emma, each year it probably starts on the final night of each year's show where we have a bit of a think tank about what worked well, what's worked well in the past, and what we want to do differently in years going forward. What new fireworks we can design, what new effects we can design, the soundtrack and the theme of the show. So it is a year-on-year building process, and it probably starts about 3 months before the show where we compile a soundtrack that suits the theme of the show. Then we pick all the fireworks and design all the new fireworks to suit that soundtrack, where they're going to go in the arena. We actually these days use a GPS plot plan for the arena of where every single firework goes on the arena, and it's GPS plot positioned. And we also look at what new innovative ways we can entertain the crowd, and this year we've got a few special tricks up our sleeve.
And can you tell everyone watching potentially what some of those might be without giving away too much?
Yeah, well, on each trailer now, we actually have a combination of fireworks, flames and lights. And they're all programmed into the same computer firing pattern and they're using the same system. So it's all synchronized together. And this year we've also got a world first in the sense of we've got light drones with pyrotechnic pods and pyrotechnic effects that come off those light drones that are in the centre of the main arena each night.
Now Andrew, you've got a very interesting device in your hand. What might that be?
Yeah, this is the handheld controller that triggers the show every night. When my grandfather did the show and my father, they used to run around with a handheld flare lighting all the individual fireworks. Now, everything is all downloaded into this controller, and when we link up the music soundtrack, a signal is received into this controller and the entire show rolls off this controller. So it's a pretty sophisticated set of kit, and this is exactly what we use now to fire the show.
Well, you're holding the entire fireworks show in your hand there, basically.
It's our old-fashioned box of matches in a very flash new controller.
I love that, your box of matches right there. Now you mentioned your father and your grandfather. Tell us a bit more about Howard & Sons Pyrotechnics.
Yeah, well, it was established in 1922, 102 years this year. My great-grandfather started the business just with an interest in pyrotechnics and fireworks, and that hobby grew into a business, and he travelled around New South Wales and then Australia manufacturing fireworks and presenting them for things like agricultural shows.
Well, Andrew, what an amazing story and what an incredible connection that Howard & Sons Pyrotechnics has had with the Sydney Royal Easter Show over the years. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stay tuned. We've got an incredible fireworks display coming up for you this evening.